Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a deadly duo in love that loves reacting to some death battle.
Yes, we do.
So we're looking forward to this one. RWBY Rose versus Maka Albarn. Don't know anything about Soul Eater, but we obviously know RWBY a lot. We watched all of RWBY and the movies and everything. And so really looking forward to this battle. We're going to have a bias going into it. The way we do it is we're going to watch this death battle as far as like their introduction to each characters. And then after that, we're going to decide who we think is going to win. We're going to place bets on it. And right now we're tied as far as our bets go. And whoever's got the most money at the end of by Thanksgiving then votes on our cosplay outfits, which you can see some of our videos for that.
Yeah.
Bethany won last year.
Yes, I did.
All right, ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Nice.
RWBY Rose versus Maka Albarn.
The battle of spunky teens with oversized gardening tools. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job
Animation
to analyze their
looks
weapons,
cool.
armor,
Yeah.
and skills to find out who
Oh,
will
it's cool
win.
calling
a
an
death
oversized
battle.
gardening tool than the scythe. I don't know.
I
Sounds
remember when Mama
It's also a gun.
Boomstick read me bedtime fairy tales. Stories of heroes and warnings about eating those little berries and quicksand. So much quicksand.
But in the world of Remnant, fairy tales are real. Here, huntresses do battle with monstrous Grimm, and there was nothing more exciting than that to RWBY Rose.
Daughter to the world-renowned huntress, Summer, who disappeared. Little Red really wanted nothing more than to be a
Eats cookies and
huntress.
drinks
Her
milk.
dedication paid off. Admitted into Beacon Academy 2 years ahead, a premier school for huntsmen and huntresses.
Penny's one of her
RWBY
lights.
clearly showed prodigious talent.
Not just that, she's got the weapon geek gene just like yours truly. RWBY doesn't leave home without her trusty Crescent Rose. It may look like a high-tech scythe, and it is, but it's also
a gun.
RWBY made Crescent Rose herself. It's like a dance between Grim Reaper's Choice and a bolt-action sniper rifle.
A dance is fitting, as huntsmen are locked in a never-ending waltz in their battle with the Grimm.
Crescent Rose can switch between sniper and scythe at the press of a button. RWBY's an old hand at flinging and moving it exactly how she wants, despite it being, like, bigger than she is. What is she doing with those noodle arms? The girl can't even throw a punch.
Well, she might not need to, given the strength of her aura. All living beings in Remnant have an aura, except dark creatures like Grimm, though not all of them can utilize it in combat without extensive training. See, aura forms a barrier that blocks fatal blows and even heals wounds.
It can make weapons stronger too. When RWBY slaps a cartridge of dust into Crescent Rose, her aura lights up nature's wrath in man's hand.
Dramatic, but accurate. This dust represents the base elements of the world. Fire, electricity, ice, wind, anti-gravity. Does that last one count?
Rule of cool, Wiz. She's got the eyes of a hawk, and when she shoots you
Silver
with dust,
eyes, yep.
a bullet wounds the last thing.
that's
you'll
really not gonna be
worried
helpful
about.
if, like,
With enough
she's
of a
fighting a
boost,
Grimm,
Ice
so.
dust can freeze over whole mechs, and she can power up her kicks to
I mean,
greater military grade
maybe not.
steel.
It is very
A person's aura
blinding.
may be limited, but RWBY can keep track of hers with this handy health bar on her not smartphone.
RWBY blasted through Huntress classes with flying colors. Almost right away, she was appointed the leader of her own group, with Weiss Schnee, Blake Belladonna, and Big Sis Yang Xiaolong. Oh!
Blake Belladonna is such a great name.
Team RWBY.
But RWBY's hope for many years of learning with her friends would be dashed as evil machinations spread like wildfire. And with a flash of silver light, Beacon had fallen.
RWBY's friends dead. Her school totally wrecked.
Spoiler alert.
Her sister
Yeah.
disarmed. All because of a lover spat that went way too far.
Salem saw the world divided, and it was time to say goodbye to any happily ever after.
But RWBY wouldn't give up like that, so she set off to change the world.
Even as Crescent Rose began to feel heavier and heavier. Could she really save the world like her fairy tale heroes? All she did is what she's always done and never stopped moving forward.
Because Crescent Rose wasn't the only thing she needed. She had to improve her semblance too.
Right. While aura is essentially the manifestation of one's soul, the semblance is an expression of their personality.
Basically, it's a superpower farmed by aura, and RWBY's got super speed. Or a teleport? What is she doing exactly?
Close. This is Petal Burst, a mixture of speed, teleportation, and intangibility. RWBY can rocket from one point to another in milliseconds.
By literally bursting into petals.
Sort of. According to Best Robo Girl Penny, RWBY's semblance is extremely complex and variable. It involves breaking her body down to its molecular components before
Which you do it
zooming
to other
off in
people, too.
complex paths, negating the laws of mass entirely.
AKA Super Speed Plus. And Nora's best girl. RWBY's pedal
Nora's
burst
best girl.
is so quick
Awesome.
she can make flying missiles look completely still. Good luck
Sneak
tagging
out
her
of
with
there.
a bullet or a breadstick.
She's certainly quick enough to give Emerald and Mercury a hard time, and they've dodged actual lightning.
She's faster than Blake, who could keep up with the most cringe faunus of all, Adam Taurus.
Well, he did draw his sword fast enough to parry an actual particle beam. In real life, such a beam is created by accelerating charged particles to just under light speed.
So, that's impressive.
With such a powerful ability, RWBY could safely shine her smile for years, even as she carried the fate of Remnant across the world. To her friends, she was a beacon of hope.
Well, yeah, 'cause she's got one more superpower. Her silver eyes. Just like her mom, RWBY inherited them from the God of Light as a weapon against negative anti-life energy, like the evil goop Grimm spawned from. Just a wink and blam! Sayonara, Dragon of Darkness!
But RWBY's skills didn't falter after her time at Beacon. As she journeyed across Remnant, she leveled up to compete with all sorts of powerful magic and mechanized foes. Her team could even match the Ace Ops, an elite squad of longtime professional huntsmen.
Including Harriet, whose super speed semblance
Sucks.
was totally outclassed by Petal Burst, and Vine, whose aura was strong enough to contain a bomb that was about to decimate the whole city of Mantle. Man, these are some pretty powerful auras.
Though it's important to remember, RWBY is only 17 years old. The weight of being a leader, a savior, and a huntress like her mother would get heavier and heavier and heavier.
Yeah, she got over it. Look at her go!
Taking Crescent Rose firmly
Wish
in
they
hand
broke.
and sending a message of unity to the rest of the world. RWBY had finally left the fairy tale behind, taking one more step toward the day we've waited for.
Today's battle is sponsored by Prize Picks.
We all make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
A sound soul dwells within a sound mind and a sound body.
But all the unjust evil souls of this world are
Sounds
on the
firm.
Disney Fast Pass to becoming a Kishin.
Destructive gods mutated from good-natured souls. A Kishin could plunge the world into chaos and madness. If only someone could stop them.
Bing bong, it's the DWMA. Welcome to Death Weapon Meister Academy, where death rules.
Great name.
Literally, his name is Death.
Here, Lord Death tasks humans to become spiritually talented meisters of demon weapons.
AKA people who are also a weapon. No, really, they transform into weapons. Guns, ninja stars, hammers, you name it. A Meister weapon pair kills and consumes lost souls to keep the Kishin away. Jack the Ripper? More like Jack the Fraud.
And so, the demon weapon Soul was paired with the dutiful rising star, Maka Albarn.
Talk about your classic teacher's pet. The kind of girl who leaves an apple on the desk and goes, "Teacher, you forgot to give us homework," and then we jump them.
As if Soul's any better, a weapon who's too concerned with being cool to do any real work.
Hey, Soul's not just any demon weapon, he's a Scythe, and he's got his sights on upgrading to the highest level of Death Scythe.
Which would be a high honor. And lucky for Soul, Maka always aims high.
With that common goal, Maka and Soul formed the Dream Team. All they
cool. The
needed
weapons
was
are
99
demon-
Kishin eggs and the soul of a witch. Easy, right?
Maybe, since Maka is extraordinarily perceptive at spotting and examining souls. She can detect spiritual presences from millions of yards away, and can discern its nature, stability, and emotions.
Time for class then. The two trained hard, but their styles kinda weird. Okay, so Maka guides Soul in the direction she wants to go, but Soul, the Scythe, does all the actual movements himself. Maka's the Meister, Soul's the weapon.
Like conductor and instrumentalist, a Meister weapon pair cannot work in harmony without total cooperation.
Too bad their teamwork sucked. Fumbled the easiest chance for Death Scythe status, F-.
Maka just could not get in tune with Soul's wavelength. She was skilled, sure, more skilled than most.
Keyword most. There were plenty of rivals showing her up, like Blackstar and Tsubaki.
Really puts a damper on the straight A's when this show-off is doing better than you.
It was up to Maka and Soul to improve their teamwork through soul resonance.
What I said about wavelength wasn't metaphorical. Rather, wavelengths are the means with which Meister and weapon draw strength through each other. Think of two wavelengths as different emotional amplitudes that must merge at one alignment.
If the Meister's the guitar and the weapon's the amp, then they create a feedback loop to increase its frequency. That's soul resonance.
Soul resonance creates a telepathic link and surges their strength and speed.
And preps them for cool scythe moves like the Witch Hunt Slash, a big energy strike that puts the L in evil.
As the name implies, it works especially well against witches and other evil creatures. It's not exclusive or anything.
It's actually really deadly against evil because of Maka's rare anti-demon wavelengths. Basically, being a goody little two-shoes gets her the power of purity or whatever.
Maka and Soul were becoming a synchronized unit, though one would sometimes need to rein in the other's idiotic habits.
And the other guys gotta stop their annoying overthinking, Wiz.
But everything changed after a, unique encounter with Krona, which nearly killed Soul.
Now Soul had an ogre pal in his head, waiting for
Dancing
him to
ogre?
swing on over and play the piano. Yep, Soul got infected with black blood.
Black blood was specially brewed as a weaponizable blood. It hardens and strengthens its user's body inside and out, increasing their physical ability. They can even block blades with their bare skin.
Too bad it comes with a little side effect of madness with a capital M.
A force of fear and sadness all living things possess, which threatens to ruin the world.
So it was kind of a big deal that Maka was bummed by how she got sold in a jam. But thanks to Soul, she got over it and even welcomed in their new little ogre buddy.
Now when Soul plays his grand piano, their soul resonance sings even louder through the black blood.
Giving Maka all the perks of black blood too, even the crazy parts. Bet you didn't expect that, Crota.
But evil saw their plans through. The Kishin Asura had arrived. Madness was spreading everywhere.
So Maka and Soul had to lock in and upgrade their witch hunt to the even stronger demon hunt slash. They went on even more missions to reach souls with classmates like Blackstar, and that guy outran his own shadow.
Perhaps the most obvious evidence ever of faster than light speeds, and Maka could finally keep up with him.
Pair that with her fight with the demon tool Gopher, who could obliterate whole mountains, and you've got one hell of an ass kicker.
And yet, Maka's relationship with Soul still faltered. Soul was the real star here. Even other Meisters were trying to take him as a weapon, away from Maka.
I mean, he literally moves himself, so Maka couldn't help but wonder if she was holding him back all along.
But Soul said the truth. In all of their missions, their teamwork was the key to their victory.
Yeah.
An orchestral performance is only as good as the one conducting. And so, their wavelengths played in harmony, and Maka donned a dress of black blood.
It's an armor literally made of blood, and it lets Maka fly around and shoot out her soul as an epic sound wave. So freaking metal!
At the same time, Soul discovered he could hack souls and directly transmit Maka's anti-demon wavelengths, basically shutting their enemy completely down through Soul Adagio.
And they finally achieved Death Scythe. The dream's here, baby.
So when Krona's own black blood reached its final stage, Maka and Soul flew to the moon. A moon small and unassuming, but so dense it has the same mass as the planet itself. The very world's sanity was at stake.
Krona might have gone insane, but Maka still reached out to their new friend Soul until the Kishin showed up to ruin everything. Come on, Asura, they're having a moment here. Timing, bro.
In what would be Maka's final exam, Maka, Soul, and all of their friends faced off against the Kishin.
And she passed. A+. Maka pulled her weight and perfected her teamwork with Soul. Their wavelengths were pitch perfect.
Asura did everything he could to separate them, crater them into the moon, punch holes in Maka's chest, tamper their souls with madness, and each time they successfully realigned their wavelengths.
Until they kicked his ass with one final upgrade, the Kishin Hunt Slash. Maka Chop! Now that's what I call absolute cinema.
Because a sound soul dwells within a sound mind and body. So should you feel overwhelmed by evil's roars, just write 4242564 whenever you want to knock on death's door.
Maka for 5.
Ruby for 10.
Ooh, okay. Going with loyalty?
Loyalty. I mean, how can I cheer against Ruby? That just feels so wrong. And I don't know, like, I trusted my gut. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But like, Ruby 10 was what my gut was telling me to do, so I did it.
So it just seemed like Maka had more. They went to more of like her abilities and like her feats that she accomplished. Like when they were going through Ruby, it sounded like they were just going more for like the plot of like of Ruby itself versus like all of her accomplishments. I mean, yeah, they said she's like, you know, she's fast and like, you know, she can break things down. Like she beat Harriet and like they kind of like compared that to other feats. They didn't really go into the Silver Eyes too much, so I'm wondering if that's going to be her trump card and that's going to be what she is able to take out Soul with. So, because like if they're able to find out like, oh well, this works on Grimm, and he's kind of a lot like a Grimm because Grimm is like, you know, just a manifestation of you know, negative energy or whatever, and so that's how she was able to take out Soul. That's the only thing I can think of as to why Ruby might win. They might have just been like, you know, hiding some of her feats.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
All right, the combatants are set. And
Oh yeah,
we're
Ruby
ready to
Chibi.
all possibilities.
It's time for a scythe battle!
Nice.
Okay, it's official. This is so not cool.
Oh, come on, Soul. Our target should be here, so try helping out. Hi! Who are you looking for? Little Red Riding Hood, your humanity has strayed from its just path, and the Shinigami has conquered. Your boyfriend turns into a scythe.
Yes.
Your soul is ours. I like my soul, thanks.
Won't lie, Red. Your moves are sick, but too slow for my Meister.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, Ruby.
Focus. She's good, but we can handle it.
Let's go, Soul Regiment!
Oh damn. Nice move. Oh, she's going to fisticuffs. Bitch slapping. Just point blank to the face.
Back here. Soul, hurry!
Her black dress? Yeah, okay. Dress of blood.
Interesting. Her soul forms a barrier. Try helping out.
Relax.
She's pulling out her trump card with a blood dress, but we haven't seen the
Ruby.
Silver Eyes yet.
Yeah. Cute little Dino over his shoulder, or ogre, or whatever it was.
I'll never stop fighting. I'm Ruby.
Like they have the moon from Ruby.
Yeah.
Huntress.
Soul Adagio.
Oh, completely immobilized her.
Ruby!
Yep. Oh.
Wavelengths. Damn it, she's. Stay strong, Maka. You got this.
Oh shit! Cut in half into petals.
A simple, honest soul. Ruby Rose, huh?
Yeah, in other words,
Oh, and they have their moon
you,
too.
like, screwed up. Because she hadn't lost her humanity. She was a simple and honest soul.
But hey, it's not often you get to see see scythe-on-scythe action like that.
Let's break this down with the 4 categories that best represent this matchup. First, strength.
Aura supercharged Ruby's strength way higher than you'd think, like kicking this Grim through steel. But Maka's soul resonance could match Gopher, who destroyed mountains.
Now, Team RWBY did defeat Vine, whose aura contained a bomb that could have wiped out a city.
Adding up their flight speed and how far Harriet said they'd have to fly to avoid the blast, that's a 366 kiloton bomb.
It's possible RWBY's own aura possesses a similar level of, say, energy strength, though her semblance obviously can't replicate what Vine did.
Hey, Black Blood Maka got blasted by Asura into the moon. Yeah, it's small, but its mass is the same as Earth's, right?
Putting Asura's strikes at 2 quadrillion tons of TNT, over 5 billion times higher than Vine.
So, Maka takes strength, but speed wasn't as clear-cut. Ruby's a fast little gal. Maka kept up with Blackstar, faster than Shadows and whatnot. But as they improved their skills, Ruby and her friends could outspeed Adam,
who blocked a particle beam. Though given the distance and time to react, Adam moved about 42% the speed of light. Not quite faster than your own Shadow territory. Still, Ruby's Petal Burst has become far faster than this over time, and clearly gives more than a 2-time speed increase on top of that 42%, making her well past light speed.
Definitely enough to take on Harriet, who was all about speed. Angry speed.
This isn't to say Maka couldn't keep up thanks to Soul Resonance, but Petal Burst makes this comparison close enough to call it a tie. And their speed would be key to winning in skill.
Come on, Wiz. Call it what it really is. It's Scythery.
That's not a word.
Maka's Scythery was pretty good, but Soul does all the movement for her. As a Meister, she was mostly a guide.
It's easy to assume that RWBY's Scythery was superior. She's entirely self-sufficient at dancing with her weapon.
Soul's own control is still a factor here, but it doesn't change that RWBY's been swinging that thing for way longer than Maka. RWBY's got Scythery in the bag.
Perhaps this edge would be enough for RWBY to avoid Maka's far greater strength if she had the better powers.
So, Aura's really cool. Barriers, healing, superpowers, and so on. But it's got one big weakness.
It is a finite resource that is required for all of RWBY's powers.
Petal Burst, activating dust, even powering up Crescent Rose takes juice and some aura. Once it's gone, RWBY's totally vulnerable.
And there's a second key factor regarding aura. It is specifically a manifestation of RWBY's soul.
And Maka's powers are all about taking on souls. Maka had lots of ways to break through RWBY's aura, like Soul Adagio.
And since Maka is exceptionally gifted at examining souls, she could definitely figure out how aura works.
But plot twist, what about RWBY's silver eyes? Her anti-Grim eye beams. Turns out they were actually her best secret weapon.
The negative power of Grim is quite similar to Madness wavelengths, which power Black Blood. Since anti-demon wavelengths can cancel out Black Blood, the silver eyes should achieve a similar effect.
But Maka and Soul's whole story is about reaching that perfect soul resonance. Asura tried every way in the book and more to separate their wavelengths and failed. And we already talked about how much stronger he is than RWBY. Maka takes powers, because when she rose to the occasion, RWBY didn't stand the semblance of a chance and bit the dust.
The winners are Maka Albarn and Soul Evans.
Wait, his name is Soul Evans? Next time on Death Battle.
Is that Blade? Blade versus Buffy. Awesome.
Fun.
More Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Oh, that's cool. Aw.
Yeah.
So back on top, the world's a better place now.
Okay. Sure.
But yeah, it just, like I said, they spent more time talking about Maka's power, so I thought she was going to win. The battle itself I thought was really fun, and I mean, the eyes did come into play, and they were actually more powerful than I thought.
And I think I got focused on the fact that they're so bent on taking demonic souls that to me, I also thought, well, RWBY wouldn't really be at risk for that because she's not. And even at the end, they say oh, look, her soul is pure. So can't say I totally agree with their assessment. In part because I think it was all misguided. There should be some repercussion for the fact that Maka totally killed an innocent person. That just doesn't feel. This feels wrong.
But RWBY could kill.
Well, Well, no, but Ruby wanted to make friends and like
She
talk about their
did.
sides at first.
Yeah.
All that being said, Maka does seem to have a lot of really cool powers, so it was fun to learn about her. And I had thought potentially the whole like dual character being responsible for Maka's powers versus Ruby, who is self-sufficient, would become a liability. That turned out not to be the case. So yeah, all in all, I'm okay with it, but I kind of don't agree with it.
I'm looking forward to the Halloween episode for Blade versus Buffy.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and they nailed Ruby's personality right away. It's like, oh, your boyfriend turns into a scythe? That is so cool.
Yeah, for sure. Loved that.
Let us know what you thought about this death battle down below in the comments. And you can see all our death battle reactions in a playlist. Thanks so much for watching Ruby Rose versus Maka Albarn with us, but just keep in mind.
And our reaction is definitely not definitive.